Hello everyone, GalacticPilgrim here to talk about possible heroes and villains in upcoming Star Wars Battlefront DLC. First off, we know Greedo and Nia Nub are coming to the Outer Rim expansion, which I believe releases this month, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked at the release date, so don't quote me. It's more than likely we'll see Greedo use Blaster Pitchel, which is what we see him use in the film. His abilities are up for grabs, but I can only assume he'll be somewhat of a Han Solo clone, which is not a bad thing, if they can still give him a distinctive feel and importance on the battlefield. I think I remember seeing Nia Nub using a blaster rifle on the image for the expansion, and I kind of figure he'll end up being more of a support character in the same vein as Leia and the Emperor, or perhaps more an advanced troop, kind of like an honor guard, like what Leia can spawn, but a little different, more distinctive, not just an honor guard. And he is Nia Nub. So, with those out of the way, let's move on to unconfirmed characters that could very well make an appearance in one of the expansions. So one of the heroes I think we can all agree upon is Chewbacca, Chewie. Armed with a bowcaster and perhaps some melee-oriented abilities like a ground, pound, or a slam, or the ability to grab and throw a unit. I'd say rip off arms, but I don't think that's a realistic thing to do in Battlefront, because I don't think the game can support decapitation. But, you know what they say about Wookiees. In Battlefront 3, Battlefront 2 rather, the old one, Chewie had a rocket that you could guide freely, and while that's not available in this rendition of Battlefront, there's a smart rocket which could work pretty well, though I'd reckon it should be buffed up a little bit for our pal Chewie. I also think it's safe to assume Lando will come with the Cloud City maps, which are rumored to render Han Solo unplayable due to him being frozen in carbonite, most likely. Lando could very well end up being a Han Solo clone as well, and that might be exactly what they're going for if he is unplayable. But if they were to make him both distinctive and a replacement for Han, he could have the ability that allows him to fire his blaster without it overheating, which I think is a good trade-off for Han's rapid fire. I could also see him with some grenades, perhaps a shotgun-type blaster due to Cloud City's close-quarter combat. I think Lando will most likely turn out to be a hybrid of Han and Leia with both combat and support abilities. Maybe a hero health drop, though I could see that becoming unfair to the Empire, who only has one character that drops health. I don't really see Yoda making an appearance in the game due to him never wielding a weapon or participating in any combat during the original trilogy. However, I do think old Ben Kenobi would make a great addition to the hero lineup. Give him a mind trick ability that allows him to stun troopers for a short period of time, allowing him to escape or an attack. A heavy saber attack, of course, like all of Jedi and Sith have. And perhaps the ability to heal troops, some sort of ability to inspire or help the troops in the same way that his death inspired Luke to do what he needed to do to do. I think this would make Obi-Wan both unique compared to the other saber wielders and useful in all game modes, not just heroes and villains or Walker Soldier, whatever. You don't really know like how it would work out, because right now we have 3 heroes and you can choose them on any map. But what happens when we get that 4th hero? Is he only available on the expansions? Or they don't add a 4th? You don't choose? We don't really know. But on to villains, which I do have to say is honestly a lot harder to find meaningful characters than the Rebellion or the Light Side. I know there's half a dozen other bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back, but the ones that stand out the most are Bosk and the assassin droid, IG-88. A bounty hunter, any of them, could have a thermal imploder, a sniper, or perhaps some sort of enhanced or heavy shot like Leia's Trooper Bane, or a lucky shot. And another character I think fans might enjoy both play and see is Admiral Veers. At first I was thinking he might work best as AT-AT, but that's probably out of the question. This villain could have orbital strikes and a blast pistol with some sort of variation of heavy or rapid fire. Whatever fits well with Greedo, since we don't really know exactly what he'll be equipped with. Maybe a dash move or the ability to drop pickups like vehicles, turns, whatnot. Something to signify his commanding position. My last villain is most likely the most far-fetched. A forgotten character by most people, I'd say. But the Imperial spy from A New Hope that alerts the Empire to Luke and Obi-Wan's location could probably work out pretty well. Give him the ability to reveal targets, maybe for the whole match, or, well, at least until the character dies. So you mark him, he runs around the map, he dies, he's unmarked. Or for, maybe it's just temporary, like the ability that troops have. Or some sort of cloak. Some type of stealth, intel gathering type abilities to fit his persona. Maybe he can throw down things that act like a Viper droid, like marking the position, revealing. It's kind of like the same concept of him revealing people because he's a spy. And while I would like to see characters from the new films, I believe I read EA stated they have no plans to have anything but the original trilogy in Battlefront because it's, quote, unquote, I'm doing air quotes, you can't tell, not canon, even though, you know, like, a lot of the battles that you do, since, like, it's written in stone that one wins if you, canon shouldn't be an issue for this. But we can easily see another Battlefront or another Battlefront-style game that is based around either the prequel or the sequel trilogies. Granted, the latter doesn't have as much content, but I expect to see something else of the same nature to be created since EA has a license for Star Wars for, I believe, 10 years. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching the video, and that's pretty much it. What characters would you like to see? Would you be interested in more Battlefront games? This is GalacticPilgrim, signing off.